All right, so let's unbox the MSI Gaming X Slim 4080 Super. Really excited to unbox this and show you guys all around. Now this comes in a really nice packaging over here. This is gonna be the black color. Also comes in white as well. And let's take a look at the back here. Get more details of this graphics card. You can see we have the Forza 3. We got Torx Fan 5.0. Got some nice airflow control. So I'm really excited to see how this looks. So let's go ahead and unbox this here and see what we get inside. All right, we got the 4080 Super wrapped in some anti-static bag here. Go ahead and pull it out. All right, and there we have it here. We have a whole bunch of plastic to peel. It's a lot of plastic all around. First impression is that this 4080 Super is on the lighter side compared to the ROG STRIX and the Supreme X versions. But before we peel this off, let's see what else we get inside the box. All right, further inside the box, we're gonna have a anti-sag bracket. Now, I'm personally not a fan of these. I've never installed one before, and I just think it's very inconvenient. I like the pillar style anti-sag brackets, which I'll link down below as well, which is the one that I'm gonna be using on my build. But again, I'm not a fan of this one. All right, here is the power adapter here. So it looks like it's gonna take 3 PCIEs to the 600 watt power adapter here, or you can use the new standard ATX 3.0 adapters, which is the one that I have personally. I'm using the streamer cable, so I won't be using this itself, but it's always good to have this in the box. And finally, we have a quick start guide, and that's pretty much it here. I don't see anything else. All right, so let's start peeling this off here, starting with the back. The faceplate looks really nice and clean. You have a nice black with the MSI Dragon logo. It's gonna look really nice if you horizontally mount it. However, I'll be mounting it vertically. Here's the front design of the Gaming X. It looks really nice. I mean, this black looks really cool. I like this little claw mark over here, which does light up RGB. I think that's a really nice touch. We have the center pieces featuring the MSI Dragon logo on each one of these, with the center one being silver, and then we have black. Really nice. Here is the other side. We got the MSI Dragon logo here. And overall, it's a really nice and slim card. I think this is perfect for PC cases that have limited amount of space. And here we have some 3 holes here, probably for the mounting bracket. And then here's the other side. We have the PCIe slot cover here. And let's take a look at the ports here. All right, so looking at the ports here, we have an HDMI display port, HDMI and display port. So for a total of 2 display ports and 2 HDMI. So if you need one that has more display ports, then you might want to look for a different graphics card. But if you're only planning on using 2 monitors or more monitors, just make sure that you're gonna have to use the HDMI. But overall, this graphics card looks really nice. So let's go ahead and put it on my black build to see how it looks. All right, since I'm vertically mounting it, I am taking off the 4080 Super that I just reviewed. If you wanted to see the size difference between the ROG STRIX and the MSI, you can definitely see they're both 4080 Super cards, but the Gaming X Slim is a lot smaller and a lot lighter, so shorter. It is thinner as well. Let me go ahead and lift this up here. Definitely see the big difference there here. So if you ever wanted to know why the ROG STRIX or the Supreme X has a higher price for the same type of card, well, this is basically what you're paying for. You're paying for a way larger heatsink, better cooling properties, and sometimes they'll have better designs. As you can see, this one is one of the best looking GPUs out there. But I think the Gaming X Slim is a great value, and also this is perfect for PC cases that doesn't have a lot of space. I mean, you could definitely fit this in on very tight spaces. Whereas if you got this one, then you're definitely going to need a PC case that's going to accommodate that size. But there you go, guys. There is the size differences between the two. So I have an H9 Elite case, so I have the NZXC vertical stand. So if you ever want this, I can also link it in the description below. All we really have to do here is, oops, I forgot a piece over here. Sorry about that. Basically just going to line it up. 2 little screws here and we're all good. All right, now we have it installed on the vertical mount, so let's go ahead and put it on my black build. All right, since I'm using the streamer cables here, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to plug it in, so that way I don't have to do it later. All right, now that I have the power connector connected, the next thing I like to do is put the extension PCIe thing here and push it in first. All right, now that's connected, and then we're just gonna line it up here. And next thing we're going to screw the 2 screws on the left side. And last step, I gotta put this on my, because I have the H9 Elite. All right, and the last step here is to have it leveled. So I'm gonna use a level here. I'm gonna put it right over here. And this is the anti-sag bracket that I'm referring to earlier. This is a pillar style, and you can basically customize the height, and this is a lot easier to use than the other one, so let's try that again. All right, and it looks like it's a lot more leveled. Yep, I'm pretty satisfied with that. All right, and definitely a lot better, easier to install. So I'll link that down below in case you guys are looking for one. All right, let's go ahead and power this on for the first time and see how this Gaming X Slim looks when it's powered on. First thing I noticed is that lighting on top of there lit up, which is really nice. What do you guys think of this design of this GPU? I think it looks really nice. It looks nice and sleek. You have nice black colors with a very dark gray color as well. I think it will match your black build beautifully. All right, so I downloaded MSI Center, and you do have to install Mystic Light as well. And it looks like you can't control this. I thought that this portion were LED lights, but they're actually not. So this is gonna have like a nice gloss black. So no light at all, which kind of sucks in my opinion. The only thing you could control is the lighting on top of here where it says MSI. Now by default, we have like a wave pattern here, and if I want to set it up to any one of these, we have a couple of settings here. I would probably just put it at a maybe like a steady color here. Let's make it purple to match the whole system here. We're gonna hit apply, and then you'll see right here it changed to a purple color, so I'll just leave it like this for now. I really wish that this middle portion lit up with RGBs. I think it would have looked so nice. But you're just stuck with the gloss black. But again, you know, it is a nice looking card. If you don't like RGB, then you know you're not gonna mind. Me personally, I love RGB inside my PC build, so I would have definitely loved to see some RGB in the middle. But at least we get this RGB on top. So if you were to horizontally mount it, then you'll be able to see that RGB reflect outside. So for now, this is all we get. Testing out this MSI Gaming X Slim using 3D Mark's benchmarks. Let's start off with their Speedway test, which measures 1440p GPU performance. Comparing it with the ROG Strix and Supreme X 4080 Supers, we can see that it scored the lowest out of the 3, with a score of about 7,184. All these tests are ran with the same PC and with an AMD Ryzen 9 7900X. Now it makes sense that it scored lower given those other two cost more with a slightly higher clock speed. But we're talking about a 3.99% difference in FPS on this test. Now looking at the average temperatures, the MSI Gaming X Slim also ran the hottest at about 71 degrees Celsius. The MSI Supreme X had the best temps at about 58 degrees Celsius. So you can tell that by paying extra, they'll get a super small performance bump, but also cooler temps. Keep in mind that this is based on my NZXC H9 Elite case, so temps will vary depending on your own personal build. Next, I compared the same Speedway test versus the 4070 Super, 4070 Ti Super, and a 4090.
You can expect about a 34% increase over a 4070 Super and a 17% increase over the 4070 Ti Super. My ROG Strix 4090 is still about 38% more powerful, but is also almost double the price. Next, we have the TimeSpy Extreme Test, which benchmarks 4K performance and runs 2 GPU tests and 1 CPU test. Focusing on just GPU scores, I got a score of 13,900 versus 18,872 on the 4090. Now yes, the 4090 is going to be great at 4K, but this 4080 Super can still give you reasonable 4K performance at a better price point. The last benchmark, DLSS, will compare 4K resolution with DLSS off and run the same test with DLSS set to quality. You can see in this test, without DLSS, we average about 40.35 frames per second, but when the test is ran with DLSS on, set to quality, we see a nice 118.16 frames per second, which is a 192% jump. So is the MSI Gaming X Slim worth a price of $1,149? For about $150 more than the base Founders Edition, I think this GPU is worth it if you need a smaller footprint, and it's still cheaper than the more premium Supreme X or ROG Strix cards. After testing out the MSI Gaming X Slim 4080 Super, I think this GPU is a great value for amazing 1440p performance and good 4K performance as well. Depending on the game, you'll definitely want to enable DLSS on games that support it, especially for 4K gaming. The Gaming X Slim is lighter and smaller, which should fit in smaller PC cases versus the more premium GPUs like the ROG Strix or Supreme, which I both reviewed as well. If you don't care too much about aesthetics, then this GPU will be a great choice, especially if you don't want all the RGB lighting. For me personally, I would pay a little more for a sexier design with more RGB, better performance, and better cooling. But if you prefer dollars to performance value, then the Gaming X Slim is a great 4080 Super GPU that deserves a spot in your gaming PC build. I'll leave you guys with some fire 1440p gaming to get an idea how this GPU performs on games like Modern Warfare 3, Forza 5, and Forbidden West. Firewolf out.
Okay, where's that weak spot? for that exit.
Still here? Well, thanks for sticking all the way through. I really appreciate it. I'll have affiliate links down below that help and support the Firewolf Tech channel. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I would love your support with a like, share, and subscribe. Firewolf out.